What is up, everyone? I am still JD the Mighty Master to this day, and welcome to the final pick video for 2022. And they might be thinking, JD, are you gonna do a 40 games or games I beaten this year? And the answer is I don't have time for that shit, honestly, because right now I'm in college. I'm moving in a different house. But so I will basically do a community post instead. Which, by the way, thank you guys for the community for the support for as being walked community post. It was last October. So now, with that being said, I'm just gonna jump straight to it because we got a lot of shit I need to get out and take through. So first up, I got a Monopoly board. I used this. I always had a habit of collecting Monopoly boards, but I stopped more recently. But I will get back on Reddit there. But I got Monopoly Junior. And is this? Yeah, that's right. It's actually not in the one, so that's stupid of me. I need to fix that. But got this at a good deal for $5. And one system here that I actually found the flea market, although I found it last September because it hasn't been a pick video in a few months. But I got the pink DSY. This is probably the cheapest of the bunch I own out there, but this is actually the fourth DSY I owned probably in my entire life. Second pink one I owned, and fourth one overall, because I owned two DSYs that I owned, and both of them broke before. So, and the major reason why I got this is because this has the GBA slot. So basically, I can use this as a way to play my GBA games, which actually will be really cool. So, I don't have a lot of GBA games, but I have some GBA games I can play using this. So that's what I'm going to use it for that, and then I'll use my 3DS for, which I have right here, for my DS games. Which, that still works. So, alright, I will be back, and then after we will continue on. Alright guys, we have a bunch of good stuff to go through. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, because I'm going to have to edit this video either way, but we have some Super Famicom. Actually, we got a good amount of imports this time around, which I've just gotten a hang of starting to collect imports. Alright, so this would be really nice to have. We got Super Sonico Fever, and that's actually the first Super Famicom game I got. One good Super Famicom game. MLBPA Baseball, which I'll explain the story about how I got some this in a little bit. So, and a manual. This is actually a manual for Aero the Acrobat. So, pretty much now I have a complete in-box copy, which is awesome. And I'm actually going to pause the video so I can actually put those over there. I just apologize about that. I did not want my Aero the Acrobat man to be in bad shape because the man is actually really good shape. Anyway, moving on, I got another import actually, and one Dreamcast game. This is actually, I've never run across any games for the Japanese version of this system, so this is actually a really cool pickup for me. Even I have to get off eBay, and that's Cobra 2 Space Adventure. Now, the reason why I got this is because, one, I've actually been wanting the Sega CD version of this game, which is Space Adventure, based on the manga, which is based on the anime movie, which is an amazing anime movie. But unfortunately, that game is extremely expensive, very hard to find, and I doubt I'm ever going to find it anytime soon. So this is a nice alternative. And to go along with mentioning Sega, I got House of the Dead 2. Now, the story about this one is that I was at Fall Fest. Well, I didn't find this at Fall Fest, but I was at Fall Fest. And we ended up going to the arcade, and I managed to run across a House of the Dead 2 arcade cabinet, and that's what got me to get this. It was only $30, which is actually a good thing, and off eBay, which is really good because in fact that this alone will sell for like 50 itself. And I don't know if this is like maybe it's like a repro or something. I don't know. It's a pretty good deal. And I guess I got one NES game, an accessory. And so first NES game is Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout, which, fun fact actually, my birthday was on last Wednesday, so it kind of makes sense to me to get this last Wednesday. And this I guess what this will explain the story where I got some of the items. This is really cool. This is an NES Zapper. Yes, I got an NES Zapper. Story about this one, how I got this is that so let me explain the story. I went to Saratoga Comic Con last Sunday. Yes, last Sunday, and Saratoga Comic Con was amazing. So, well, most of it the Sunday before and on the 13th. And it's basically located in Saratoga Springs, in the City Hall Center. So this is actually, and I actually there were some booths selling video games, and I got this for $5, which is pretty cool. Even though I did not have a lot of money to spend, I'm actually gonna put this here actually. All right, moving on. We got a few original Xbox games, and so let's get those out of the way. We got Fantastic Four, which I found this at the flea market. And NBA Ballers Venom, which I also got this at Saratoga. This was actually in the common $2 bin actually, and I actually got this one along with 2 other games. I actually got that along with MLB Baseball, and another game you see in a minute for actually 3 for $5 actually, which was very cool. And this is kind of crazy how I found this actually. This is Lord of the Rings. There was also a GBA version, and which is more an RPG in a way, if you will. But this is actually really cool. I already have it on PS2. This is obviously going to go in my Cluster of Doom, which you can see over there. I actually found this at a booth in a carnival. During my first weeks at Traditions, we were going to a carnival, and I was looking for video games, and I happened to stumble across this. Is for $5. There were some few Xbox titles I was gonna get, but I didn't have a lot of money to spend, and unfortunately, I would have got everything cheaper. But one of the mentors had to be. I'm not gonna mention his or her name, but one of the mentors had to be like, there will be no haggling. So, I could have got this for a lot cheaper than I should have, but you know it's whatever. Anyway, moving on to some 360 games. Many of you guys know this, but I'm not gonna. I'll say it again. I am going for a complete 360 set. I don't have a lot of super rare expensive 360 games this time, but still some awesome titles. We got Duck Dynasty, which I actually found this in a bundle deal with a few other games at Empire Video Games. Which by the way, you should definitely check out the store if you can. They do 70% trade value. Need for Speed Shift. Unfortunately, this is actually in really bad shape. You can obviously see right. I know you can see, but it's actually right here. Yeah, it's real hard to see. But I actually got this off eBay. Actually, even though I don't like ordering common music games off eBay, but I got this because of a recommendation from one of my friends at Traditions, Asher. He actually said this is one of his favorite Need for Speed games, and he was fan of this franchise, and of course Need for Speed games are awesome. So, gotta pick that game up, and to go along with that, I got Need for Speed The Run, which I heard is not a good game. But it's one I needed, and this is actually unfortunately limited edition. I was hoping for the regular one, but that's okay. Anyway, moving on, we got The Darkness 2, which this is also, you're not gonna believe, this is a staple that I never owned, and you might be thinking, oh JD, this is a staple. How could you not own this? I didn't. And yes, there's a bunch of, even though I'm going for a bunch of complete 260, there's a bunch of comments I still need. A lot of staple titles, and this is one of them. But I heard it was a great game though, even though it's actually very short. Okay, moving right along, we got Universe at War, Earth Assault, and it's actually published by Sega, so it was supposed to be a strategy RPG. And it's supposed to get a sequel, but never went through a budget. But it is by Sega, so that's what Sega came off the list. And to go along with that, I got Popular Arcade, Volume 1. I am missing part Volume 2, which is very uncommon, but this one's got Bejeweled 2, Zuma, Feeding Frenzy, and this one's one I want to play at some point, Astropop. Heard that's actually a really fun game. It's supposed to be like Breakout or something. I don't know. Alright, we got 3 Switch games. So I'm gonna get those. Not a lot, but still pretty good titles. We got Mega Man 11. Story about this one is that I actually got this at Walmart. I don't like buying stuff at Walmart because Walmart was extremely overpriced. The only reason why I bought it is because we were doing food shopping, and basically I'm a huge Mega Man fan, obviously, but this one was like $20. It's about what it goes for, and the main reason why I was looking in the game section is because you remember since the game he was doing like this 3-cent Walmart. I just would not do that. I don't know how he was able to do that. He maybe just spirit walk, but I was never able to do it. You cannot do it, obviously. Just don't even do it, from my experience. Anyway, we got Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, which this one I got also got at Saratoga Comic Con. This one in particular, the guy was asking 15, but I got him down to 10, so it's very cool. And this one's very cool because I actually scored the case for this for really cheap. But this is Mario Tennis Aces. Now, basically, this one, how I got this, I had the card. If you remember the Ring Fit Adventure that I got, but if you remember the Ring Fit Adventure, I had the card, every name but the game. Well, it turns out the game inside was actually Mario Tennis Aces. So it turns out I was able to get a case for this, and then after that, take the card out of the Ring Fit Adventure and put it in this. So pretty much I got a complete copy of this game for $10, which is exactly how much the case costed, which is really good considering the fact that this game alone will sell for like $30. Just around $30. So maybe 40 if it's in really good shape. So yeah, nice roll score. And then next up we got some Wii titles. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to show this game first, actually, just to get it out of the way. Because it's only one PSP game, and I don't have quite for PSP, but I actually wanted an RPG. And I already did a video mentioning this game, so I'm not going to talk about it here, but that's John Dark, which is a fantastic game. I have played this game. I tried to play I got stuck at one of the stages, obviously, but I do have to go back to it at some point, but really awesome game. Alright. Oh god. Alright. So continuing on, we got some. Now let's do the Wii. Hey, so some stuff I got either off eBay. There's actually one game that there's actually two games I'm on the way to actually complete some subsets I've been trying to complete, even though it's like only 2 to 3 games, but whatever. We got Amazing Race, which is actually a game I used to own actually, so I'm very glad to have that one back, even though it's not that good. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you actually need you can only play this game with like 2 people or something, so you need to have like 2 remotes in order to play. That's just a fucking slog. Why? Anyway. Watch the games percent 7 I actually have this on 360, but I did not have this on the Wii. And I actually found this at the flea market. Although not the flea market, I go to a different flea market. Anyway, we got Dig Sports 3, which this is like a very common game. It's shovelware, but it's actually by Hudson, so which is very cool. I actually forgot one title. I actually forgot this title actually, so I'm gonna get it. It's a good thing I remember to get it now when I can, but this is actually really awesome. This was the last in the sub-series of games I used to play as a kid. Unfortunately, this is the worst of the bunch, but this game, I've been looking for this game for a while. It's not a super expensive game, but I have been, every time I do run across this game, it's always overpriced, so don't get me wrong, it's a common game, but I got a very nice copy for pretty much nothing, but this was Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games on the Wii. This was the last Mario Sonic game I was missing. I've been missing this one for a long time. And the story about this one is that I got this game from a friend of mine, Jordan. He was super, super generous to give this to me. And I was actually being nosy. They actually called me shady or something, but he was just nice enough, and I happened to notice this, and he just gave it to me. I'm at a loss for words on how generous this is, cause and it's really awesome that he gave this to me. So thank you to Jordan if you're watching. Anyway, we got Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This game is another staple title that I put off on buying for a very long time, and this game is not. It's like a $20-ish game, but this game's always been high in price every time I run across it. So I ended up getting this game at Zero for 20. I was gonna get Trace Memory on the DS. I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been way out of my price range. In fact, that would have been way up of eBay, what I was gonna spend on it. And fine for the Wii. And I'm pretty happy to have this game. This game's getting very hard to find, and way more expensive. This game's going up in price. So the game is Baruch. This is another RPG that I've actually been wanting for a while. And it's a very short game actually, but I've actually been after this game. I just could not find the copies. I had to go to eBay for this. And yeah, if you really want this game, I highly recommend you get this game now while you can, because this game's getting harder. I've never seen this game out in the wild, and I remember when this game was like a $15 to $20 game. Now it's like a $30 to $40 game. But again, I highly recommend you get this game now when you can, because it's only getting harder to find. And it's another Atlas title. It was actually the second Atlas title I had to order off eBay, because I just could not find anyone being Trauma Team. Alright, so we got some Famicom titles actually. Let's do those. We got Pro Jukagoon, Baseball 89. This game, which I have no idea what it is, so I could not get it sorted out. So if anybody knows what this game is, let me know. We got Kukuan, which I'm still looking for the NES one. Looks like a $30 game. Sky Destroyer here. Alright, and this was just crazy that I found this for $3. I found this at a good book off for $3. Actually, all the Famicom titles I got a book off. And here, let me explain the story. I'd never seen this game. I just bought this out of Wham, only to realize that this game alone sells for like $15 to $30 boost. So, in a way, I actually caught book off slipping on this one. Just crazy, but this is Family Pinball. And I actually had to get someone to help me figure out what it was. I could not figure out what it was. But yeah, I got book off slipping big time on that one. Since this is actually the most expensive of the Family series by Namco. So pretty cool. And those were all in parts actually, so in case you're not aware. I'm sure nobody needs to know that, because everyone knows that. Alright. Moving on, we got some... I'm actually gonna put these tapes over there because we just showed them. There we go. Alright. Moving on, let's do some PlayStation 4 next. Now, not a lot of PS4 titles. However, these games are mostly found. One of them I got off eBay, but two games I had trade credit actually, so it's actually really cool to get them when you can. But anyway, we got UFC 3, which I actually found inside a Housing Works, a thrift store, and this was actually factory sealed. I wasn't gonna get this if it was complete, but factory sealed. Well, I gotta get it. It's gonna stay sealed, by the way. Jump Force, which and I actually got a story about that. Wow, I got that one in a minute. Devil May Cry 5, which this was actually the last Devil May Cry game I was missing, and I was gonna do a marathon of the Devil May Cry series for Horror Game Month. Unfortunately, I haven't played 4, and obviously I need to play 4 first before I play this, so it's gonna be a very long time before I get around to playing this, unfortunately. But because I have played Devil May Cry 1 too, that I haven't beaten those, but I'm also gonna play Devil May Cry 4 too by getting it 4, and then once after that I'll get to Devil May Cry 5. And we got Doom 3 VR edition. And this was actually on clearance for $1, but I ended up not getting it. I got this before it was on clearance. Got it for $4. But it's actually okay, actually, because I ended up getting it for $2. Actually $1 I won, but there's a reason for that. And played with Tetris on PS4. This is the first one. This one I had played with Tetris 2 on the Switch, but did not have the first one. And I actually saw this for $10. I didn't get it before. Well, I'm glad I got it now. And actually, the story about this one is that I got it when I got it. I actually have trade credit for these two. So I traded off a Mario Kart Wii that I found at the flea market. So basically, I ended up getting these two for pretty much. I had to pay like $2 of my own money because I saved some money for. And of course, we got part of the hunting ground. Which is another Sony in first person title. I'm just what I did not have. I'm going to explain the story about how I got these 3 games. Including two I saw before. So these 3 games, that you see right here, I actually got these from a traditional student. I asked him, "Hey, are you willing to sell some of your games?" I was like, he wasn't willing at first, but I ended up getting him into it. So I ended up getting those games for $25. Now, first of all, I'm always honest when it comes to that kind of stuff. He was asking how much they go for. He was like asking $15, and I said, "I'm sorry, I can only sell them for like, that one I could. It's like Jump Force is not a super expensive. It's like a crappy $10 game. So that's still pretty good for the other 2 because in fact they will sell for like from a little bit more than that. So $25, that's like $40 in value for it. It's pretty cool. And finally for the PS1, this one I got more recently. This is actually my first game from this specific company, but that game is River City Girls, and this is very cool. This is a River Run game number 291, and this is my first River Run game, which is awesome. So I'm really excited to get, and it was actually really cool. This is actually the PAX variant. PAX variant is actually way more harder to find on Switch, but on PS4 it's actually pretty uncommon. So I'm pretty happy to have that. So anyway, we're halfway there, I would say. So let us do 3D. No, actually, let's do N64 next, because actually got a pretty. So I got let's do some N64 games. Actually, I started collecting. I don't want to check these. There we go. So, story about these games is that I was actually game hunting with a YouTuber who goes by the name of Magbo Gaming, and it was actually really awesome hanging out with him. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to spend that much time with him because I had some stuff I had to do, but I was fortunately able to take some time off of my schedule to go spend some time with him. So it was my first time meeting him in person. He was really awesome, dude. But anyway, and story about these N64, well, 4 of them is that he had a friend of his that was trying to sell some games. He was gonna trade them off, but I ended up getting some of the games. There was actually one game I really wanted, however, it was in really bad shape, and I just did not want to pay up for it. And I didn't want to rip her off, obviously. So I ended up getting those games for $20, which for one of the games I won, it should be good. But we got NBA Courtside. There's actually a Brawl Buzzer. We got NBA Courtside with Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. And actually, the rest of these games are actually wrestling games. Actually, now I think about it. WCW NWO World Tour. WCW NWO Revenge. WrestleMania 2000. And this was actually the best condition of the bunch. It's really cool because in fact this is actually a very uncommon game, and when you do run across it, this game usually runs you about $30-$40. So getting this for cheap was really cool. That's WWF No Mercy. This is actually the best of the wrestling games in N64. Although the wrestling games in N64 are extremely hard as shit. So if you want to beat these games, good fucking luck. You will have wrestling matches, but those are really cool. Which, by the way, if you have not seen the video where I went with Magbo, game hunting the book off, please check it out. I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my favorite videos of his that he's done, and it's really awesome for me to be part of it. I'll actually link the description, link that video in the description below because it was really awesome. And unfortunately, it's probably the closest thing you're ever gonna see to a game hunting video from me because I am not getting the equipment to go game hunting. So it's probably the closest thing you're gonna see for a game hunting video. But anyway, and of course this one I got off eBay, so I actually got a very good deal for this, even though the box was not in the best shape. But Toy Story 2. Unfortunately, this does not have a manual. And like I said, this box is in really bad shape. But you can also see here, it's actually it's here. It's warped like so we go. Whoop. like that. So I couldn't do it with so for the warbird, and then it actually really worked right there. It's actually not in the best shape, so I'm gonna need an upgrade. But this is actually really cool. I actually got this for $40. I've been seeing these complete sell for like 70 to 80, 60 to 80. So if I basically get the main for this, I could actually sell this for possibly 65 or something. Or I could actually wait till this completed box this goes up, and then after that I get the manual for cheap enough to sell it off. And then once again, no, but I can sell it off. Which that'd be very cool. Alright, so next up, let's do we're gonna do PlayStation 1 next. So basically with the PlayStation 1, oh yeah, the battle keeps on, that's actually what we W over there. It's not just so cute, but anyway. Most of these PlayStation 1 games I got, except for one of them, I actually got these games off a lot of Acclaim sale, actually. Hey, oh my god, so cute, I could take it, but yeah. Basically, all these games I got off a lot, off eBay. And this was really, really cool. Not eBay, actually, I'll take it back. Claim Self Instagram. And basically, one of the guys off Instagram, Quater actually was having a huge claim sale. He had a variety of PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2 games. I ended up selling a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because didn't really need it. It wasn't in the best shape. And basically, I ended up getting these games for $60 total, which for one of the games I won is actually a good deal for these games. But and we got Part of Golf, Cool Borders 4. This one I did not get off the Queen sale, actually. This one I got off Saratoga. Activision Classic Games. Polaria Snowcross. This game's really cool to get a hold of. When this game I was gonna get a book off, and it was actually well overpriced. I'm glad I didn't because I got it here. Cyber Tiger. This game I actually really want to try actually, because it's basically a more arcadey version of Tiger Woods. So I think I'm gonna try it out. And these two games were awesome to get a hold of. Crash Bandicoot 2, and this actually has the Tinkerbell cover. And this game is awesome. And this is a backward. I actually ran across this free market, but I didn't get it. I'm glad I didn't, because this is a very, very nice copy. In really, really good shape as well. And this is an awesome game on top of it. Hands on one of the best PlayStation 1 games ever made. And unfortunately, decisions have my best or worst, but also at the same time more rare. And I'm very happy to have this, because I never ran across this game in the wild. I actually wanted to try it out because it's a fighting game, and unfortunately the game sucks, but I've never run across it, and that's Dynasty Warriors. Yes. And yeah, this was actually the beginning of the franchise that we know today as a hack and slash series, but this one in particular was originally a fight. The series was actually originally a fighting game before, to clear up some confusion. Basically, Dynasty Warriors 1 was a fighting game. When they released Dynasty Warriors 2, there was also a fighting game in Japan, but there was also Dynasty Warriors San. And then Dynasty Warriors San ended up becoming Dynasty Warriors 2 in North America, and that's how we know it. And Dynasty Warriors San was a hack and slash. So pretty much that's how we know Dynasty Warriors today, as a hack and slash. And then after that, so many other hack games tried to copy Dynasty Warriors. Which, fun fact, Dynasty Warriors is actually a spin-off of Romance of the Three Kingdoms series. Which it's kind of around that series one will give us an amazing, an awesome hack and slash series. Alright, so we're getting close to the end here. But then thankfully we're getting under an hour, so that's good because I need to take this puppy David for a walk. But anyway, next up, let's do PlayStation 3 games. And I actually got one PS3 game that's actually very rare that I'm going to say towards the end of the stack. What we got? NBA 2K8. Everybody Dance 2. Devil May Cry Classics HD, Batman Arkham City, which is actually a really awesome game, and I have played this game. Heard it's one of the best PS3 industry games ever made. I just did not have it on PS3. I have it for 360, but I didn't have it for PS3. And to go along Batman, I said we got Injustice: Gods Among Us, which is really cool. Gotta get this pretty good deal. And following for the PS3, I am just so happy to have this game. This is a game that I have never run across in the wild. I actually might have run across like a crappy store or something, but I've never run across this game. I actually ran across it on Vita, but I had to get my dad to order this game for me because this is such a hard game to find that I've never seen this game. Never seen this game in the wild. I had to go to eBay to get this game because it was that hard to find. But I'm very happy to have this game, and because this game has been on top of my list for a very long time, I'm glad that this will not be the last PS3 game I need to complete the set now, which is awesome. And that's Lost Dimension. And so this game is actually, in terms of gameplay wise, it's not that great. Like, I mean, for what the game is, I mean, it's basically a tactical RPG. It's actually very unique in its own right. But basically, what you have to do is that you have to like climb this tower, and they actually proceed to the forest. You have to eliminate one of your party teammates, and by eliminate, you basically gotta kill off any chances. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't played it out. It's not that great, really. So anyway, the rest of the stuff is basically handheld stuff. So DS and 3DS, and actually one Game Boy game, which I know I never ended with Game Boy, but you'll see why in a minute. But let's move on to. I actually got one DS game actually. But I actually have two DS games. I'm actually gonna say that toward the end actually. So I'm actually gonna show this DS game now when I can, and that's Professor Layton in the Curious Village. Which I know I did not have this game. I've been looking for this game for a while, but because my brother actually wanted to play it, and I don't think he'll get around to playing it. I have to have another copy so that he can actually play it. But still very glad to get this one when I can. And the rest of these are basically 3DS games. But we got Wipeout 2, Pac-Man The Ghostly Adventures 2. Unfortunately, this is missing the manual. Unfortunately, I actually got this at GameStop for $10. So hopefully I get the manual and not for cheap and I'll complete it. Or I can find another one. We got Amazing Spider-Man 2. This one I found at the flea market, and you do not run across 3DS games at the flea market very often. Let's get them when I can. And Spider-Man games are not easy to find as its own right. And these last two games are awesome to get. This one I've been looking for a very long time. I've never run across it, and this game is getting harder and harder to find, and because of the franchise it's in on the 3DS. And I'm actually and it's actually a franchise I love. But I'll show it anyway. And that's Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux, which is I heard it's one of the best Shin Megamis in the franchise. And if you guys are not aware, I love Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei is my favorite video game franchise of all time. I absolutely love this franchise. So I won't say Mario Party, but yeah, this is really awesome to get a hold of, and hopefully I'll get a hold of Shin Megami 5, because my brother said he actually ordered that one for me, but it hasn't come in the mail. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. And this game, I was really excited to get this game. This game is awesome. I've been playing this game. I put a few hours into this game. This game is so freaking awesome. I mean, there was a problem with random encounters, but other than that, this game was like so freaking cool. And for a JRPG, and I've actually been wanting this game for a very long time. And it is by Ryoko Kodama, who unfortunately passed away. But thankfully, this is one of our last games. That this was a really awesome game to go out with. From that game is Seven Dragon 3 Code VFD, which I'm so happy to get this game, because I actually have been looking for this game for a very long time, and yeah, I'm just very happy this is not going to be the last 3DS game I need, and got this game for $55 off eBay, which is awesome, because I've been wanting this game for a very long time. And so happy to have this game. And this is a nostalgia game on top of that. I'm actually looking forward to putting more into this game. Alright, last 2 games here, and then we're done. This game, I don't own the first one, but it's actually the sequel to the first one, and this game is very hard to find, very expensive, and when you do run across it, it's always going to be overpriced. So it's really got to get this game when I can, and that's Fossil Fighters Champions, which I've not played the original Fossil Fighters. I'm hoping I can get a hold of when I can, because that one's also going to be ridiculously hard to find. But I've actually been looking for first-party titles on the 2DS, and this is one of them. So very happy to have this game, and not have it. And well, I can't really say that because I'm not going for complete DS side, but yeah, this was a really awesome game to get, and yes, because it is hard to find, and now I just gotta work for the first one, and I don't have to worry about it. And finally, for the last game here, this game it's a Game Boy game, complete in box. Now this game's over $100. It's like it's like a $10 to $15 game loose. Complete in box, it's like very uncommon, and when you do run across it, it's always overpriced. I actually got this for $100, but the reason why I got it is because I do not own a game in this series, and you do not run across this game very often in the completed box. But more typically, you do not run across games with the system and completed box. You run across them loose, but you don't run across them completed box. So it's really awesome to get another Game Boy. It's a Game Boy game. Very awesome to get another Game Boy game completed box, and that game is Bomberman GB. Which, now that I think about it, this game, if you look at the box, this gives me a lot of Indiana Jones vibes. I'm not even joking, it's true. It's like that, and not to mention the game was also inspired by Indiana Jones, which is surprising because this was released for the Game Boy, but very happy I found this. I actually found this at Forgotten Freshness in New York, when the games was in New York. The prices were a little bit high, but I actually didn't have a lot of money to spend, but I had some money I could spend, and I'm using it on this, so it was really awesome to get that when I can. And guys, that is going to be it for this video, this pick video, the final pick video of 2022, because I am not making another one until next year. So before I leave, I just want to say, since I'm recording this video on this day, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And I had a very good time, and I will get those. The post up once a month, and next month I will be back in New York City next month for the holidays. But that being said, I'm JJ Master. Keep playing games. Have a great time. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.